Happy Tuesday, YouTube. I hope your guys' beginning of the week's off to a great start. You know, I've been reading on this class action lawsuit against this big IMO. And this class action, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get a percentage of people to join their class action. And what they're doing is they're suing this big IMO for lead fraud and a bunch of other stuff. But what caught my attention is they're getting sued for lead fraud, where they're being, they're saying that they're selling leads over and over and over. They're not real leads. They're just lists of data. But forget that. The thing that I find the most funny is that every single person that they have interviewed, they've all complained about the leads. And I mean, across the board. One gentleman said he spent $10,000 in leads and made one sale. Another gal said she spent $9,000 and made a couple sales. And you see the same type of pattern with the rest of these people they're interviewing for this class action lawsuit. Now, why I find that funny is because that happens across the board. It's not just this IMO, all of them. Agencies don't talk about how many agents they hire and how many actually make it within the first 30 days, 60 days. The failure rate is high as hell. So what happens? These agency groups hire a bunch of people. Whatever stays, stays. Whatever doesn't, doesn't. And that's how they sell insurance. The days of training agents, fully training them, I would say there's a handful of IMOs, a handful of managers, a handful of leaders that are actually selling what they promote and what they're recruiting for. So they're actually doing it. One of my advantages over 18 years has been the fact that I've always led my team from the front, meaning I get on the phone, I will knock on the door. You can show someone how to do it instead of telling them somebody how to do it. But that is a problem. If you're going to buy leads and you don't know what to do, I promise you, you're going to fail. It's not just about buying a bunch of leads and then just hitting the phones and seeing what happens. You must know what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. And then you must know how to close. How many of you guys are great at making presentations, but when you get to the close, Miss Betty tells you, I can't afford it. Let me think about it. I saw a cheaper rate somewhere else. And you don't close them because you don't know how to do it. You don't want to sound confrontational, so you're the nice guy. And what do you say? Oh, I'll call you back, Miss Betty. You think about it, and I'll call you back in the next couple days. Buzz kill. We make our living on our commissions. And if you don't make a commission today, you're just pushing out the inevitable. And that is, if you don't make enough sales fast enough, you can't repeat the process of buying leads and doing it all over again. It comes down to training. Let's face it. Unless you're extremely smart, photogenic memory, everything you see, you learn, training and development takes time. So if you're sitting there, you're about ready to pay for leads, ask yourself, are you fully trained? Ask yourself, have you shadowed maybe somebody else that's doing it? Have you done that? And the answer is no. Do that first. Shadow your mentor for a few days. See exactly what he does. Is he implementing the training he's showing you? Because if he is, or she is, it's just going to build your confidence even more in that training program. Again, this lawsuit that's happening right now, to me, I find it funny because all of these people have the same complaint. That the leads are fraudulent, that the leads are weak, that the leads are garbage. Now, does it mean that I'm defending this other group? No. But I will defend the fact that most insurance agents are weak. They don't know how to sell and close. I'm just calling it as it is. And if you don't believe me, give me a call. We'll jump on the phones. I will give you a bunch of free leads without the training and show me what you got first. How about that? I'll give you free leads. I'll slam you with some transfers, and then we'll see how you do. And we'll go through maybe 20 calls and see what you do based on the experience that you currently have right now. And if you do great, then hey, you can buy leads. But I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is you're going to go through 20 phone numbers. You're going to have meaningful conversations, but you're not going to get nowhere because you do not know how to sell, make a presentation, and close. You know, Brian Tracy famously said that you cannot close a deal unless you've presented all the facts. You can't. And a lot of you guys, when you make your presentations, they don't have all the facts. And then you get to the close and you get a bunch of resistance. Well, I'll tell you what, if you did your job right in the presentation by building value, making it fun, not boring or monotonous, and you get to the close and you start asking the closing questions, it's going to be a lot easier for you to close it than if you didn't present the appropriate way. Now, when you get to the close, you ask Miss Jones which one of these three options you want, and they don't pick one or they hesitate. We have a strategy that's going to help you close 30% more applications if you follow it. Now, talk is cheap. Let me show you firsthand. Because we can get on this YouTube channel. I could go on Facebook. I could go on LinkedIn, talk a great game. But at the end of the day, I'd rather show you. This other guy, the other day, he was doing this video, right? Man, this guy was amazing. He was talking like he was a true professional. Telephone agent, right? And somebody in the comments asked him if, he sold insurance and how long he's been selling insurance, because he was giving advice to others on how to sell. The answer was funny. The gentleman says, "Oh, I don't sell insurance, but I know others that do." So here's a guy that doesn't know how to sell fucking insurance, and he's going to show you? I'm sorry. I have a hard time with that. On the other hand, if he knew how to sell because he's doing it, I'll be more in tune to listen to that person. So you definitely want to find someone that's doing it right now, that gets on the phone, shows you the results. Talk is cheap. And next time you're sitting there looking at your leads, ask yourself if you're fully trained. And if you're not, give me a call and I'll show you. Peace.